Hi healthy food lover! Today I will teach you how to sprout seeds at home using a jar method. We will be sprouting organic antioxidant mix and organic broccoli seeds by Food to Live. To prep our seeds for proper sprouting, we will begin with soaking. Take 2 tablespoons of broccoli seeds and place them into a 32-ounce mason jar. Do the same for organic antioxidant mix, which by the way includes broccoli seeds, alfalfa seeds, and clover seeds. Once your seeds are in, fill up your mason jars about halfway with filtered water. Now, it is important to use filtered water because we'll be soaking the seeds overnight. The seeds tend to clump up, so you can take a spoon and mix them around a little bit to give them a chance to evenly spread out in the water. As a cover, I'm using these stainless steel sprouting lids. They're comfortable for rinsing and draining the seeds. Once your seeds are ready, place them in a dark, dry place for about 10 to 12 hours. I place mine inside a kitchen cabinet and let them soak overnight. This way, it is easier to keep track of time. Good morning, day 1. As you see, some of the seeds may float to the top. They might or might not germinate, and it is absolutely normal. Without taking off the lid, drain out the seeds and add clean filtered water. Swish the seeds around to give them a nice, thorough rinse. Repeat this process twice. In order to prevent clumping up, spin the jar around to spread out your seeds onto the walls. If the seeds are clumped up together, they might retain extra moisture, which eventually will cause them to rot. Here is a closer look on day 1. As you see here, after an overnight soak, some of the seeds started to open up, especially the antioxidant mix. Alfalfa seeds tend to germinate very quickly. They resemble little tiny beans. Isn't it cute? Now take 2 cups or 2 bowls and place your jars upside down at an angle so the excess water can easily drain out. Then place your seeds in the same dark and dry place until the evening rinse. At around 9 in the evening, take out your jars and give them a nice thorough rinse again. Repeat 2 times. Don't forget to spread out your seeds to avoid liquid retention. Load up your filter with fresh water for the morning and place your seeds back in the cabinet for a good night's sleep. Good morning, day 2. By now, you're a sprouting professional. Fill up your jars halfway with fresh water and give those seeds a nice fresh rinse. Repeat the process twice. Then spin the jars to disperse the seeds onto the walls. Since the seeds are getting bigger in size, it is harder to drain out all of the water, so it is especially important to keep your jars at an angle. Put the jars back in the cabinet and don't forget to rinse in the evening. Now, let's take a closer look on day 2. Please notice that the seeds are taking a real different shape here. Most of the broccoli seeds have produced tiny cracks. Our antioxidant mix, however, has developed little tails. This is so fun to observe, especially if you're growing sprouts with your children. Good morning, day 3. Now, we have definitely progressed since day 2. What is especially unique about day 3 is that broccoli sprouts develop tiny little white fuzz around them. Don't panic, it is not mold. It's little cilia hairs indicating that your seeds are thirsty. Cilia hairs do not have a smell and are not slimy. Once you rinse your batch, they will be gone. Mold, on the other hand, has a very distinct unpleasant scent and does not disappear after rinsing. Let's take a closer look at our seeds after a rinse. As you see, cilia hairs have disappeared. Our seeds are now fully hydrated and are ready to go back into the cabinet until the evening rinse. Good morning, day 4. Wow, look at those sprouts. They're already looking like the real deal. As you may have guessed, we will rinse them twice. Since the jar is becoming more and more full, it is especially important to rinse the sprouts thoroughly. Add more water than you normally do and swish that jar around real good. Here is a closer look at our beautiful sprouts as they're taking a quick bath in filtered water. As you see here, there is a certain percentage of seeds that did not germinate. That is absolutely normal, don't worry about them, just leave them in there. The most noticeable change on day 4 is small leaf production. For now, the leaves are yellow, and that's due to our dark storage location. However, today, we will move our jars onto a new spot so they can absorb some natural light. Place the jars in a fairly lit room, just not under direct sunlight. I put mine near a window in the kitchen with a see-through curtain. Reminder to rinse in the evening. Well, good morning, day 5. My jars are almost full. On the left here, I have my broccoli sprouts, and on the right is the antioxidant mix. Let's give them a nice rinse and take a closer look in the meantime. Look at that change in color. How gorgeous and presentable our sprouts started to look. We have a nice mix of green and yellow leaves, which look awesome in a salad. Nevertheless, we're not done yet. After 2 rinses, I will place the sprouts on the same spot near a window to give them more time to green up. I have to admit, I can't take credit for all of this. I did get some help from this little guy, who by the way, loves sprouts too. Reminder, don't forget to rinse in the evening. Good morning, day 6, also known as harvest day. I took the broccoli sprouts out of the jar and will give them one final bath. Place the sprouts into a large bowl and fill it up with filtered water. With your hands, lightly massage the seeds to separate them from the sprouts. Most of the seeds will float to the top, some will stay on the bottom. Now take a strainer and strain out the seeds. This process requires a little bit of patience. I will repeat the process for our antioxidant mix as well. Once again, as you're straining your seeds, please be patient. You might not get all of them out, and that's absolutely okay. After you're done, take a plate and layer it with a paper towel or a cloth. Gently lay out your finished product onto the plate to dry. After the paper towel absorbs most of the moisture, place your sprouts into a glass container and store it in the fridge. Now let's look at Food to Live sprouts side by side. Well, my dear food lovers, I think we deserve a round of applause. Our sprouts are curly, crunchy, fresh, green, and simply perfect. You can eat them with just about anything. Sandwiches, soups, salads, stir-fry dishes, veggies, pasta, eggs, hummus, and all the grains in the world. Not only are they super healthy, they can also be used to decorate your dishes. Just a side note, sprouts taste the best if they're eaten within the first week. However, if you feel like you sprouted too much to be eaten in 1 week, you can freeze half of your batch in little Ziploc bags to later be used in a smoothie. Thank you for watching and happy sprouting!